So Godzilla vs. Kong is out, so I can talk about all the Godzilla movies because I watched them all because I'm crazy. Also, this is just going to be a speed run. I'm really not going to talk too in-depth about these. I'm just going to get out the definitive ranking of all of these movies. There's no arguments here. This is the only way to rank these films. I didn't watch the anime movies on Netflix. These are only live-action films. And also, I'm not going to include the Matthew Broderick Godzilla film, but if you want to know where that would go, it would probably go here. And then the last 5 I will talk a little bit more in depth about. Final note, Heisei supremacy. Heisei is by far the best era, and I don't want to hear anything else. Godzilla Final Wars. Godzilla raids again. Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. Ebra Horror of the Deep. All Monsters Attack. Son of Godzilla. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Godzilla vs. Megalon. King Kong vs. Godzilla. Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. Terror of Mechagodzilla. Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Mothra vs. Godzilla. Godzilla vs. Hedorah. Invasion of Astro Monster. And then Godzilla 2014 will be number 15. So these other ones, these are almost the creme de la creme. These are almost the tippy top. These are almost great or borderline great. Destroy All Monsters. The Return of Godzilla or Godzilla 1985. Godzilla 2000. And Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. We're at the top 10. So I will take some slight more time to actually talk about these movies for one reason or another. Maybe it's a monster that's really good, or a plot line, or a story that actually works really well. But number 10 is going to be Godzilla vs. Gigan. Gigan is one of the all-time best Godzilla monsters. I would love to see him in the MonsterVerse. He looks like a chicken with Cyclops' head thing and then a saw coming out of his chest, and he's just the best. Godzilla vs. Biollante, one of the most unique Godzilla monsters. Really great story, great effects, still holds up to this day. Godzilla vs. Mothra. Again, Heisei supremacy. This is one of the most fun movies ever. My girlfriend loved it. Mothra is queen. Godzilla King of the Monsters. This was almost in the top 5, but I had to move it because of some other ones. But Godzilla King of the Monsters is almost the perfect American Godzilla. And the number 6 is Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. This story is bonkers. You go back in time. You kill Godzilla. King Ghidorah comes back. King Ghidorah starts destroying stuff, so we have to bring Godzilla back. Then Godzilla starts destroying stuff, so we have to bring Mecha Ghidorah back. It's insane. It's amazing. One of my favorite ones. Alright, and now we have the top 5. These are what I'm going to call the ultimates. These are the top 5 that I would say anybody who likes film or who enjoys fun, these are the tippy top, and they just so happen to be from each era. So number 5, yes, just came out, Godzilla vs. Kong. This is truly the perfect American Godzilla film, or Godzilla film for an American audience. It is the first one of the American Godzilla films that really, really understands why Godzilla as a whole has lasted throughout 50 plus years. Since 1954, since that first movie came out, it's lasted to this day, and this movie understands why people keep coming back and why Godzilla is one of the most endearing, loved, revered monsters in film history. Number 4 is Godzilla 1954. Yes, most people will probably put it in at least in the top 2. It's still top 4 for me. Genuinely a remarkable film. Very dark, very beautiful. The whole premise of Godzilla being a metaphor for nuclear disaster is just so fitting, and especially from a country that knows firsthand what the devastation of a nuclear weapon can do. It's just an amazing film, and there's a scene in particular involving a choir it's just beautiful. Now we have the top 3. Again, Heisei supremacy, Godzilla vs. Destroya. Absolute best Godzilla villain. Destroya is a must for the MonsterVerse. He's the only one that can really challenge Godzilla, even more than King Ghidorah can. Some of the best effects work ever in a Godzilla film, and Burning Godzilla is the absolute best design Godzilla has ever had. Number 2. This might be very high for some people, but I cannot deny that this movie blew me away. Shin Godzilla. Came out in 2016, the most recent live-action Toho Godzilla. Unbelievable film. Great political and social commentary. Very serious yet funny Godzilla film that really nailed him being a force of nature and a force of destruction. In particular, the atomic breath scene that everybody has talked about with this film. And now number 1, the absolute ultimate Godzilla film that anybody who watches it, if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack. If I were to direct a Godzilla film, it would be an adaptation of this story. It is so genuinely unique. For a series that has over 30 entries, it's one of the most fresh, innovative stories it's ever done, with 3 of their most iconic characters. Baragon is in there as well. King Ghidorah is a hero in this one, which is weird for some people, but it has one of the best human stories in Godzilla films. Genuinely a terrific film. Great action pieces, great effects, great story. So those are all the Godzilla films ranked. If you disagree with me, then I'm sorry, but you're wrong. If you agree with me, then you're pretty based. It's kind of a longer video here, but Godzilla kind of means a lot to me, and I wanted to give it some time of day. So if you liked this, go ahead and maybe subscribe. If you didn't like this, then Godzilla is going to take your soul after you perish in World War III.